All right, it's Wednesday, November 20th, just following up on the SPY. You can see here it has continued lower. I bought puts here aggressively before bar one, finished up. It ended up red and then followed through lower here, bar two and three. So I was able to scale out of these options. I bought the 595 puts at 746. I scaled out at 850 to set up an hour's trade. I sold some more. It's at 958. And they're asking 978 right now, and it continues lower. We're moving below the key reference point, this purple line. So at the moment, the weekly chart is back to red, and you kind of anticipated this low would be taken out at some point, just of last week, given that red bar. Just missed it yesterday. But what happened was, even though it was an inside bar failure to the upside, made lower lows, higher highs. I discussed on a midday video how this was just potential broadening action. That was in a little consolidation zone that could eventually work back down to those weekly lows, which it seems to be doing. So, you kind of knew from the strat principles that a 3-bar doesn't necessarily mean a reversal bar. And what you want to do then at that point is come into today and see kind of the pre-market range. That's what I always look for. We broke below that pretty aggressively, and that's why I kind of anticipated, just given that opening, that this was just a potential, kind of consolidation area with lower lows, higher highs, and potential lower lows back in line with the weekly chart. So right now, that's what you're kind of anticipating, this weekly, low taken out. You kind of have the daily chart here. If it does that, we'll see how it handles this gap. Do we really get a strong 2-down week with moves to the bottom of that green bar, or is it something where it would hold in here and then eventually, resume higher? But you'll have to check price actions to see if that develops. So at the moment, really nice trade to the downside here. We'll see if we kind of take out these targets down here, either, in one push, or maybe we get an orderly pause and a second push. As long as we stay below the midpoint of this first bar, I'm biased back to the downside today, and a good trade buying puts on the SPY.